I respectfully rise in opposition to SB 1392. First, let me say that I'm very respectful of the author and her attempts to address the disproportionate numbers of people of color in jail or prison that we observe today, and certainly the expensive costs to house an inmate today. These important issues need to be debated, and we should seek solutions that deal with such topics as implicit bias, explicit bias, while at the same time not hand out wipe the slate clean legislation as is sought with this bill. We can also debate the efficacy of true rehabilitation versus punishment in our prison system today, but I believe this approach is wrong, and I will articulate why. The author says this is nothing more than double jeopardy, and I strongly disagree that we're talking about somebody that has not been tried twice for a crime. They've been found guilty with a modified sentence for their recidivist activities that is retrospectively imposed. In SB 1393, which we heard about a week ago, the author touts the benefits of judicial discretion, but this bill will actually limit judicial discretion by eliminating a judicial option to impose a very short term for repeat offenders. The underlying premise of 1392 is that a recalcitrant criminal should be sentenced to the same jail or prison time as a first-time offender despite a criminal history and track record for the disregard of our laws. If an individual continually commits crimes despite our repeated efforts to rehabilitate that individual, why would we want a judge and/or prosecutors to have these options? Maybe that person needs more time for rehabilitation, or perhaps we simply need to limit that criminal's presence on our streets and in our neighborhoods where the next crime could be more violent or perhaps even more deadly. We don't find studies showing this type of efficacy. This bill, if passed into law, would further clog up our courts by reducing plea bargaining, as these enhancements are tools that may be used by prosecutors during pre-trial negotiations. In the best interest of public safety and fairness, I urge a no vote on SB 1392.